guys, no fancy spinny intro. We're going to get into it real fast. We're going to get fast 5. We're going to pick out 5 fun, fidgety, and fancy knives. There's a lot of reasons they're on the list, so let's not F around. Let's flip it around and take a look at it from above. Said in the intro, guys, I have picked out 5 knives that are just a lot of fun, and that's all we're going to do, because I wanted to do a video that was fun this late in the evening. So there's 4 knives here. You got to stick around to the very end to see the last one, because it's a secret. We are going to start with this one, the EXW by Monterey Bay Knives. As I said, this is the EXW from Monterey Bay Knives. This is kind of a special one because it's in a brown micarta. Sanford only did a few. This is a Laconico design with Monterey Bay Knives. And what makes this so much fun is this is a double detent. There is no lock. It's fidgety. It's fun. You're never going to screw up your lockup because there is no lock. And this is a knife you can actually fidget with. And that's what makes it so fun, because it is something you literally can just sit and flick. But it's called the EWC. And what else is cool about it is the fact that this is everywhere carry. This does not lock. So this knife is legal in a lot of places where locking knives are not. And it allows you a carry that a lot of places would be prohibited. It's done really well. It's in a nice form factor. The blade is incredibly well done. It is in M390 steel. And it is a very, very good cutter. This is a knife that spends a lot of time in, say, my pajama pocket or pocket of a pair of shorts, because on top of everything else, the other little cool factor about it is it's very, very light because there's no locking mechanism, so there's no liners. You can literally, see here, watch this. There's a little bit of a liner on one side, but you can squeeze that micarta because there's no liners in this, which makes it ultra light. And then they've done this big fuller down the handle, just like they've done on several of the Monterey Bay knives, and you're getting a little bit more weight reduction. Pocket clip on this thing is amazing. This is one of the best pocket clips on the market. I love the Monterey Bay Knives aesthetic. But the cool thing about it, the other fun thing about it is it's a kind of a conversation piece. People will see it and they're like, wow, that's pretty cool, because it is fast deployment. And like I said, it's fidgety. It is fidgety AF. But like I said, back to the actual function, it's a very, very good knife. If you just need a knife to toss in a pocket that you're going to have a little bit of cutting to do, like just around the house, maybe cut an apple for a kid or something like that, you've got basically the equivalent to a slip joint knife. You've got pretty much what you would have in a slip joint knife, but without the extra weight of those liners and springs. So there you go, the EXW by Monterey Bay Knives. This next knife is a lot of fun for a lot of reasons. This is the EMP Nimble. Now, I have wavered back and forth on how much I like this knife. This is an amazing knife, by the way. I'm going to tell you right now. Incredibly well made and everything. But what makes this knife so much fun is it's extremely unique. It's very well made. It's attractive. But you have got some of the coolest features available on a knife. You have every form of deployment except for thumb studs, which is something I like because I don't like being limited. Like, I don't like front flippers, so this has a back flipper option. It also has this beautiful big aperture that is part of a central fuller that is really cool looking. The knife is amazing to look at, first of all. It is incredibly well made, and it is very well executed and designed. So you have reverse flick. You got top flip. You got backflip. You guys want to see me do a backflip? It's never going to happen. That's the closest you're going to get. But it's also very interesting looking. It's one of those ones that's going to get attention. Now, I do have some problems with the knife. I'm not going to lie. I don't like how far this is. It feels like wasted space. But if you can get around that and get past that, it's pretty good. It's not as comfortable as I had hoped, but it does have a very, very functional blade. Extremely well ground and sharp. Big fuller here and everything. But this is one of those knives that came out that everyone was interested in. It's got a unique look to it. It's got a unique feel to it. And overall, it's a very nice knife. I don't dislike it because it's not a good knife. It just has some features that a lot of people love and I just don't like. So with that all being set aside, this is a very fun knife. I did a full video about this knife. You can go find that. I've done full videos about all of these knives if you're interested in them. So there you go, the EMP Nimble. Let's take a look at the next knife. This is the Artisan Great White, and it's a lot of fun because it's super unique. I do have to say this is a very well-made knife. It has a lot of features on it that are fun, but when you look at it as just well-built and well-done, it is really good. This is a knife that I shouldn't like, but I do. The handles on it definitely are comfortable, but they don't look like it. So let's start talking about the fun stuff. This is an incredibly unique looking knife. You have a beautiful blade that absolutely is what you would expect from the designer, which is Mike Gavick over at Gavco Knives. You have a very, very unique looking handle, and it's done in a reverse flick only. There is no other deployment method on this. So that also leaves you with a very unique feel. There is no flipper tab to deal with. You've got a nice forward finger choil and all of that. But what it comes down to is just look at it, will you? Just look at it. It is incredibly fun to have. This is a knife that if you pull this out in public, people are going to go, wait a second, what is that? What is that? It's going to get attention. The action on it is amazing. It is just drop shut, just at drop shut. Just a little positional twist on that. If you put it like that and then lift it up, it drops right in. Reverse flick action's great. The handles, while they are weird looking, are definitely comfortable. I find them comfortable. And the pocket clip is just about perfect. So this knife is a lot of fun because it has a lot of stuff in it that is kind of counterintuitive. It actually is a very good cutter as well. This thing is super, super sharp. I used it a lot and then I resharpened it, and it is incredibly, incredibly sharp on this recurve Tonto. I mean, just all I have to say right there. That looks like a piece of, it looks like a skeleton's finger is what it looks like. It looks like a finger off a skeleton. So there you go. The Artisan Great White, a lot of fun. One of my favorite knives that has ever come in for the fun factor. I think when you guys saw the title of the video, you kind of knew that this knife was going to be on the list. I am saving one for last, but I have to say that this is the most fidgety of the bunch. This is the Reat Exo Gravity Knife. This is a knife that I've been told I'm not allowed to have in the house when my wife is home because I literally will sit and do this all day. This is possibly one of the most fidgety knives you could ever come across because it's meant to be. It is simply just one of the simplest of knives, yet it is amazing. But all in all, it is a very good knife. Beautiful blade shape on it. Elmax blade, super, super sharp. Reat always does a good job on their stuff. Guys, I apologize, my hands. I had to fix something. I got industrial adhesive on my hands, and I just can't get it off. So at any rate, beautiful drop point blade on this. Just the deployment on it is so much fun, but it's incredibly well made and attractive. It's very futuristic looking, but it has all the bells and whistles you want in a knife. It's really comfortable. It cuts incredibly well. As an EDC, probably not the best choice. I did a video where I talked about carrying it for a week, but I have had zero issues with this. Nick Shabazz just did a video about this knife, and he calls it, I forget what he called it, but I definitely disagree. This is one of the most fun, what do you call it? The smartest dumb knife or the smartest silly knife? At any rate, this is possibly one of the best made knives, period. I mean, it's just incredibly well made, and it's so much fun. I wasn't going to buy one of these. I fell in love with it. It's definitely got a unique look to it. It's got a unique feel, and you can't stop yourself from doing this. So there you go, guys, the Reat Exo. Now, you have to stick around. The last knife wasn't in the intro, it wasn't in the thumbnail, and it wasn't on the pile. And I'll show you why, because here comes the last knife. This is the Microtech Arbiter. Now, this was designed by Anthony Marfione's son and came into production, and this thing is a lot of fun because, I mean, it's amazing. This is probably the best production recurve Bowie knife that I have seen on the market. It is amazing. You have this huge big finger choil, nicely ground blade, sharpened swedge, and I'll tell you, this thing is nightmare-inducing sharp. It is super thin behind the edge. Now, typical Marfione Microtech fashion, they've used proprietary hardware on the handles and the sheath. So you're looking at an amazing package all around. You have a beautiful sheath. Now, why is this so fun? This speaks to everything that every kid ever wanted. Every kid growing up, where I grew up, wanted a big Bowie knife. We bought the cheap ones. We saw the Rambo movies. This is what we dreamt of when we were children. And it's so much fun that Anthony has brought this to market through Microtech. And it's his son's design. These are fairly new. This is April of this year, 2022. And it is no less amazing than I would expect from anything from Microtech. I have loved Microtech knives for a lot of years. I know that some people don't like them as much as I do. I have never found too many flaws. People used to complain about their customer service. I don't find that to be an issue. This is a knife that I fully feel comfortable saying you could take this knife out in the field and chop down trees and stuff with it and not have a problem. It is done in M390 steel, which is a very good steel. Beautiful finish on it. And when you put this, I put this in my hand and I'm immediately transported back to a time when I was a kid and we all had those garbage swap meet and seen on TV knives, the survival knives after Rambo came out and all that. And it's just a lot of fun and it takes me back there. So there you go. That's the fifth one and final one. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day. I did this for me. This video was 100% for me because it was fun. There you go, guys. That's my pick for some of the most fun knives that I have here at the house. There's a lot of reasons that they're on the list. They're a lot of fun. Every one of them has a reason. That Microtech Arbiter turns me back into a high school teenage kid again, and I'm like, I just want to break things. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I think that this week is the week where there's just going to be a little bit less content. I'm not going to do 2 a day because I'm staying in a hotel starting tomorrow. So I'm not going to be able to film there. I really doubt it. So we'll see what happens. We may be able to do it. I might be able to do live feeds. Don't know yet. So guys, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why I can't change the content. If you don't tell me what you don't like, I use that as a metric. If you want to support the channel, it's simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you hit the bell icon, make sure you set it to all, and then make sure you've got notifications turned on your device so you get notified of everything I put up every day of every week. Other ways you can do it if you want to support the channel financially. There's a ton of affiliate links down in the description of this video. All of them directly support the channel. They don't cost you anything extra at checkout. And a couple of them have discounts. Those would be Atlas VPN, 84% off through the holidays. Coffee Brand Coffee, if you use my coupon code CrazySharp or my affiliate link, you save 5% on your overall order, and it's very good coffee. Other ways you can do it, I have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Everyone has access to my Gilded server, which is just like Discord. Baseline and premium tier members are entered into giveaways automatically that I do on Discord. And if you're a premium tier member, you have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube that's only available behind that paywall. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co where you can pick up my merchandise or other creators' merchandise at a discount if you use my coupon code CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp, all one word, saves you 10% at checkout. Guys, that's it. I love you all. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next video.